Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah, and I'm a Goldilocks. And this channel is mostly about carnivore, a wee bit about keto, some carnivish, and a lot of behavior modification and changes that we make to our lifestyle, which helps with our food. So, welcome. If you're new, you won't be dazzled. If you're frazzled, you'll be put to rest. This is just a little channel where we enjoy a cuppa, we talk about things, we see the silliness in Ute, and we are probably glad to be a little bit older, a little bit wiser, and a little bit at more peace with ourselves, more acceptance for what is instead of all of that, those unrealistic expectations that you might hear on a younger person's channel about all the benefits from keto to carnivish to carnivore. And yes, they can happen for us too, but we are turtles. We move at a slow pace. We understand that we've had many more years at the trough, so to speak. Yeah, I got my little locks here, my Goldilocks, well, my gray locks. So I was listening to Mike from Carnomad, and he's one of my besties from our world of carnivore. And he began as keto, so did I. And we became besties and did a year's worth of Girly and the Cowboy. And now we're just cozy friends that email a lot, text. Well, we don't text. We email a lot, and then we do things, on our blah, 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 blah. I need more coffee. We do things on our videos where we, show our admiration for each other, and it's really been a great relationship. He's young enough to be my son, which is scary to think of, but it's true. But anyway, he was talking about his friend Matt and how his friend Matt doesn't do too many videos anymore because he's doing carnivore and it's working. And then I was listening to a Kelly Hogan, Charles Washington video as well, and they were just kind of remarking that you only hear the people that are troubled and having troubles with their food program. You're not really hearing how great it is, how it works out, how they lost weight, how they improved their labs, how they gave up meds, how their non-scale victories are just awesome. Thank you very much. And so it's kind of true, because once you go carnivore, it's like, well, okay, I could do another grocery haul, but it kind of looks like, the one that I did a month ago. Fresh ground burger, T-bone steaks, ribeye steaks, short ribs with bones, hot, spicy Italian sausage from Whole Foods. It gets funny when you think, okay, well, I could show that lineup again. I just place them in different places. A dozen eggs. I do have cheese. I usually buy the organic sliced cheese from Whole Foods. I also buy organic cream cheese. And when you put those two things in an omelet, uh-huh. Yep, you could send out a postcard. Wish you were here. Oh, it's nothing like it. So I hope that eggs and or cheese don't bother you, so you can enjoy one omelet every now and then. It's a nice addition to my food plan. And I do find that I think eggs bloat me a little bit. But I have an omelet once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. And so it just kind of works. And I guess it's sort of worth the bit of bloat. It's nothing like the big A salad used to give me with bloat, that's for sure. So if you don't hear a lot from somebody that is doing the carnivore, it could be that their life is just tripping along. I like to focus on the surrounding stuff, the things that you're working on that you'd like to be done with or not have in your life anymore, or just improve. We don't really. I did see a video from Judy Cho a week or so ago where it was quite an admonishing sort of video. Um, she kind of zeroed in on coaches, accountability coaches, nutritional coaches, things like that, that she doesn't feel are qualified to make the sort of statements and recommendations to other people. I kind of adopt a live and let live. I do accountability coaching. It's not about whether you should take a certain supplement or give up a drug without the doctor's permission or anything like that. It's more about you telling me you want to give up diet soda, and you go about making the plans to do it. For some of us, with our habits that we want to be bye-byed, we either do it it's the Band-Aid theory. That's basically what I call it, where you can slowly pull it off so it doesn't hurt that much, like tapering down on something like diet soda or the little artificial sweeteners, or maybe a sauce or something that you have that you know is not really carnivore, or just rip it off and in 2 days, you're on your way. I find for most of the things in my life that cold turkey was the best. Just rip it off and deal with it, sister. It just was how I did a lot of it. I did taper down on gum, and no rhyme or reason. I didn't say, I'm tapering down on gum. I just ended up doing it mostly. A lot of the things that I may have tapered down on, I think, were because I had such an excess amount in the house. Today, my pantries are a little bit different. If you looked at my fridge and were able to squint past the Greg items, you'd see it's the organic cheese from Whole Foods, the sliced, the Monterey Jack, the pepper jack, the smoked Gouda, the smoked cheddar, things like that. It's the organic cream cheese that I use in the omelet and in my pizza crust that I still make. It's the Pete and Jerry free-range organic eggs. It's the Key2 unsweetened creamer. It's the butter. I keep my ghee outside of my fridge. What else? Yeah, so I buy the ghee. I buy I buy a vanilla bean for a treat every now and then most of the time it's just the original or pink Himalayan salt added to it. It's Fourth and Heart ghee. And when Whole Foods has their ghee, Fourth and Heart ghee sale, it's a sale. What lists for $14.99 on Amazon is like on sale from $9.99 to $7.99 for the 10% more off with the Prime membership. It's really a good deal. So I stocked up the last time they had the sale. Sometimes I buy plain cottage cheese, but I kind of switched to cream cheese because the cottage cheese has carbs in it, and it would be the total fat. So I've pretty much switched out that to the cream cheese. And and then I have my Brazilian butchery meats, Whole Foods meats when something is on sale and it works. I had the chuck roast this week, and I'm going to make a chuck roast smoked Gouda cream cheese omelet. So I'm going to shred the chuck roast and add the cream cheese and the smoked Gouda, a 3-egg omelet on my little luncheon size plate. Oh yes, please. So, that's about as fancy Nancy as I get. And it just worked. I gave up the veggies. I guess that was a taper. I got down to just Brussels sprouts. They're gone. I just slowly gave up the supplements, even magnesium. I just use ample amounts of pink Himalayan, Celtic salt crystals, which I have in a little dish, and I stick my tongue in them and coat my tongue in the crystals with my warmed lemon pink Himalayan salt water in the morning. I kickstart with 20 ounces of that, and then I'll have my cuppa. And so I have my OMAD between 2 and 3. It's just nice that way. It works. Sometimes I put the renderings from the cooking something in the cast iron pan or heating up something in butter. I put like what's left in the pan, I pour it over it. I'm working on not having as much of that, so I don't need all that extra fat. So I'm just cutting back on that. If I'm heating up a ribeye, trust me, it's plenty fatty enough for me. And so life goes on. I've decided not to weigh in this month of February 2020 because I was gaining a little each month, and I'm just holding on to trusting the process with Kelly Hogan that it will go. In 6 months, she put on 20 pounds, and until her body said, okay, okay, I trust you. You're going to kind of stay here for a while, and I'll be nourished, and kind of let go some of that weight. She said it took 6 weeks to lose the 20. When she did it, she was in her early 30s, and I'm in my very late 60s. So, I'm just trusting the process. Yes, most things still fit the same. The things that were just right, like a la Goldilocks, before that, like I couldn't afford 5 pounds to have it still fit the same. I notice a little in those, but it's probably just my body building backbone, I have osteoporosis, building back the bones, and as well as the muscle. And so I'm okay with it because I don't want to change what I'm eating. It's too heavenly. I can't wait for that omelet. I started thinking about that. Not that I'm a foodie or anything, but I started thinking about that omelet and saying, oh, that is a wonderful way for leftover pot roast. I can't wait. So anyway, I hope that what you're doing with your food program, if you made changes in January or with a New Year's resolution, anything like that, that it's continuing to work for you, that the things that you wanted to taper down or get rid of altogether have disappeared. Isn't that such a nice feeling? The simpler I make my life, the more betterer it becomes. I love it. And there's nothing like, the anxiety of food and clock watching and how to do this and, just how to face the world. It's just lifted. It just changes. And I guess I've just become better at just like, nodding my head like a lot of people say. They say they're keto when they're really carnivore, or they say it's just a very low carb food plan that I'm on. It's kind of like, I guess it's the white lie of just shutting up anything, because anybody that's asked me questions, it's never been, out of curiosity, like, is this really working for you? Is this something that I should try? Any of that stuff. It's really more like, do you believe it? She's doing just all meat. What the heck is wrong with her? And so I depend on my community here, like a lot of you do, for the encouragement, especially when older women, or an older man will comment and they'll say, I'm 73, I'm 78, I'm doing this. And it's just, I'd love to see the 78-year-old tuck into a steak. I love it. And dealing with her kids and her grandkids, like, this is just what I'm doing. And, seeing the eyes roll and the looks, love it. Pass the butter, please. And so we mosey along. We're turtles. We accept that. Our pace is slow, but our non-scale victories are not to be exchanged for anything. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I never thought at 69 I'd have the energy of a 30-year-old. I still weigh less than I weighed in the 3rd grade, so I'm okay with all of that. And I'm soon to get my labs done yet again for the same, your cholesterol. And it's like, yep, I nod. And she said, and you still don't want anything? I was like, nope. And so there we go. That's life. That's how we deal with it. And somebody said, don't bring your carnivore diet to a mainstream doctor and expect acceptance and, yay you. Don't bother, right? So just, I guess, do what you have to do. I do what I have to do. I'm not taking statins. I'm on thyroid because I'm on thyroid, and that's what they follow, and I'll continue. So thank you so much for being here. It's fun being a Goldilocks. I hope you're a Goldilocks too and you like your things just the way you like them. It's wonderful. I'll see you the next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now.